Welcome back. Lynn Rowe here for Scale, Shine, and Profit, where we give you tips and tricks to grow your business. I'm a business coach for small business owners. Today, we're going to be talking about how to craft your message as a 1-minute workshop so your prospect will know just how brilliant you are. Let's get started. Okay, so you've done your research and you've created your simple message and you've created your story message. And if you haven't, go back to episodes 1, 2, and 3 and make sure you do that because it's important to get that part right. So let's create one more message for you to use. We're going to go back to those pillars that you learned when you were doing your market research, the problems that your clients are feeling and having, and exactly how they feel about those problems, how those problems are affecting their lives. And then the outcomes that they're looking for. And finally, the languaging, the specific words that they use when they describe it. So those are the pillars that we need to build this next workshop. Now let's create a mini workshop. We're going to educate them about a solution to their problem. It's more complicated than the previous messages that we did. So you're actually going to need a little bit more time when you're presenting this to your audience, whether that is through a networking event or one-on-one, or even in your website. It's going to take a little bit more to get this kind of information across. The idea with this format is to inspire and educate your listeners so that they see your brilliance. And there's 4 parts to this model. So the first part is inspire and intrigue. It takes about 25% of the time that you have to speak. And you're going to start with a quote or a statistic or a story or a fact, something to kind of whiplash people into listening and saying, "Oh, wait, I got to pay attention because that sounded like something I needed to hear." And you're going to establish the problem in that beginning section. You're going to kind of tease that there is a solution, that doesn't have to be that way. And you're going to build trust with them that you have the credentials to solve the problem. The second section of this is to educate. Takes about 35, 40 seconds, or 35 to 40% of the time, 30 seconds or so if you are doing a 1-minute talk. And this is where you're going to give your 3 solutions, your 3 solution points that you're going to educate them on. Then the next section is to invite them. You're going to be inviting them. You're going to make some kind of an offer, invite them to a free call or to a download or to test your product somehow. And then the last piece is to motivate them, some kind of a sense of urgency. Either it's a deadline is looming or there's a bonus that's coming up for 3 people in the room or something like that. So here's how the script goes. Good morning. Did you know that? And you put in the fact or the story here. If you don't address this situation, you could have, and you're kind of going to expand the issue at that point, how it's going to make them feel. It doesn't have to be that way. I've worked with many, and you blank clients, who have solved that issue very quickly. While this situation is different for everyone, there are a few key things to keep in mind as you resolve that issue. And then you're going to put in your 3 points. Now, it's easy to say those things, but not always easy to do them. You don't have to do this alone. Let me help you get started. And then you're going to put in your offer and then your motivator. So let me give you an example about how this looks for my business. Did you know that about half of all businesses in this room will fail in the next 5 years, according to the SBA? All of those businesses had aspirations to grow and be successful. As a business coach for the past 10 years, I often meet business owners who started their business without a plan, and they are struggling to stay in business. Now, every business is unique, but there are several different key things that you can do to ensure your success. The first is to build a profit into your business from day one and make it a habit. The second, create a strategy for growth and a plan to implement your strategy. And the third is to develop processes and procedures to keep you on track, efficient, and effective. Now, it's easy to say those things and not always easy to make them happen. You don't have to figure it out on your own. I help develop the strategies and procedures that put you on track for profit and growth. I have room in my schedule this week to offer 3 of you a free business strategy session. Meet me at the back of the room if you're interested. So that was my example. And if you notice, there was a whiplash or an intrigue effect that was half of businesses fail. I talked about the problem that they all wanted to succeed and they didn't. I established my credentials as a coach for the past 10 years. I offered 3 solutions: profit from day one, strategy to grow, processes and procedures to stay on track. And I invited them to have a free call with me. And then I put in that motivator that said that I have 3 spaces available. So now you know how to do that 1-minute workshop. I hope you have fun with it. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Scale, Shine, and Profit.